What is going on, everybody? Gentlemen, it ate my intro video. I am so upset right now.
This is where I tell the Livingston, do the thing.
Do the things.
I don't think we can even do that, can we?
I don't know.
Can you? Maybe.
I think I've offended it. Let's see.
We're just
No, it'd be in the present screen thing.
You should be.
Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. I might be able.
We can do.
I might be able to help you out. Hang on a second.
Awesome.
Here.
Go for
Pete,
it.
hang on a second here. Time out. Livingston Man is under the hood at the moment. It's there. It's there.
I'm hearing an echo.
Wait a minute. It's loading.
It's either
See it to the show, I guess. There,
Yeah.
Pete.
There you go.
Oh,
And it has us on the side. How cool is this?
Apocalypse now, four horsemen riding dirty. Death on the left, keep the Glock sturdy. Famine in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no doc can compete. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fright. Death smirking, souls counting in the tally. Coffins on standby, final ride in the alley. War in the game, got the war drum stumping. Battalion on the move, always be something. Famine hit the block, food vanish in the mist. Empty pots, empty bellies, can't even twist. Pestilence lingering, bodies hit the floor. Disease knocking at the door, can't ignore. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fright.
That was
Very
easy.
cool, gentlemen.
nice.
Oh, man. Guys, when you open StreamYard again the next time, everything's in new places. Like somebody went way over the top with this.
That's like the worst because you finally get used to using something, and then it just as soon as you got it down, it's all new, right? We got to move all the buttons, we got to change everything, we got to fix it.
I'm telling you. And now, once you get used to it, it's actually kind of cool, but I wasn't expecting it. So I'm like, anyway, gentlemen, how are you guys?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having us.
Wonderful.
Dying of sweat poisoning. As a matter of fact, Pete, if you go outside in upstate New York these days, you remember that level from Mario Brothers where the sun, if you turn your back on it,
The sun tries to kill you.
That's the reality here on the ground. Okay.
So
we're literally dealing with that.
So Texas got the Seattle weather and we got all the flooding, and then our heat went up to you guys. Like, that's just so screwed up.
Yeah, we're getting the flooding too now.
Oh,
It started yesterday. There was rock slides in the Adirondacks. The Lahars have started in New York State.
Really?
New York City subways had the water rising up in them.
Oh, yeah.
Get the torrential downpours
over the platform and onto the train car in some cases.
Really?
Pending where you were in the city. Yeah.
They do more harm than good. We don't. This is the kind of rain we don't need. Like no one does. But
No.
What you want is for it to calm down. And you want it like a nice sprinkle for like 2 days, 3 days, like where it's allowed to soak in. When this fast, heavy rain comes in like this, it's too much, and all it does is just rush downhill and cause problems.
Yep.
See, and that's what happened to us. We had 4 days of steady rain out west, but we're at like 3,000 foot elevation, and all that water went south. And just as the storm decided to go over San Antonio and flood that area, our runoff hit them at the same time. That's why they flooded so bad. It was a double whammy. But gentlemen, we've got a we've got a few great questions. Hey, do you guys, why don't you guys do the intros? I guess these guys can introduce.
Oh, go ahead. You're first. You're in order. Go ahead.
I'm the Livingston Man. If you don't know me by now, you will never know.
You will never know me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We also
That
do barbershop
fucking
quartet on the side.
Wow. I couldn't have went better. I'm gonna leave it.
That was awesome.
I'm Mike. I am Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Well, half of it anyway. The other half is sitting right here next to me.
Huh. And I'm me by myself, all alone, Vision Preparedness.
Yeah. With Cole, the large dog is he there?
He's upstairs with Mom. Mom went outside and he went scurrying with her.
Because she may have snacks and you do not have snacks where you are.
That is correct. I have no snacks, so he's where he's supposed to be.
Boy,
Sure, he'll be
backyard bird.
galloping and spending time with us.
Oh, it's better than half the new music I heard in the last like 20 years.
No, this is not wrong. This is not wrong. Well, gentlemen, I wasn't sure where to take today, so because there's so much going on. So I actually have categories of questions, and I have like I made like a whole little question bank because I wasn't sure which direction to go. So since we were talking, since we were talking about the flooding and storms and whatnot, I guess we could start with this one, which is how should people start evaluating what their threats actually are, wherever they may be. And again, this is a little bit of an eye to the floods we had here in Texas, and now you guys are getting heat and rain. What would you tell someone who's new to your area or maybe new to prepping?
Okay, there's a couple things you can do that are actually like realistic and that can make sense. Is one, so let's go with you're moving to a new area, so you kind of need to know what your threats are. So, and we know this from common experience is that weather events are probably the most likely to occur. And so what you can then do is look at the historical weather records of the area you're going to live. These are like available online. You can find this out. My AccuWeather app does it for me. I can find out like what the weather was on any given day and stuff throughout, like, since they started keeping records and shit. That's the thing you can do. You can look at overhead topographical maps, satellite maps, or Google Earth even. There are tags you can type in, filters for the map. It's so weird that I can't hear myself. I'm going to do this. There we go. I felt like I was yelling.
You were.
So you can run filters as to like and what there are FEMA designated flood zones and stuff like this, and weather related places where they know that things like this are a problem, and they're even categorized. The Taconic Creek just over here, Mike.
Oh yeah,
it's got a 1,000 year flood rating on it. Like things capable of it's moved its course over time.
Oh yeah,
and you can see it.
Oh yeah. Really?
So it's. Yeah, these hazards, if you will, they exist even in the real world. You don't have to live next to the Grand Canyon or some exotic place to have this happen to you.
Oh, definitely. So, anything you'd like to add, Mike?
I think that's a great point, Livingston, man. I really do. I think everybody should research where they're going and the common occurrences in the area. Is there a high, not flood probability, but a high crime rate? Unfortunately, we can't look at the 1,000-year or 500-year floods as something that's only going to happen maybe once in your lifetime if you're lucky. These things seem to be occurring on a decade by decade basis anymore. These 1,000-year floods, these 500-year floods. So you can't rule them out. And you need to look at the most extremes of the things that Livingston Man was saying and prepare for that. If you prepare for extreme flooding, you're going to be in a much better place. If it's, moderate or minor flooding, you probably don't even have to worry about it. You know, that boat that you got tied up out back is just for decoration until the waters rise, and then you can, you know, row yourself to shore.
Are wildfires a thing? Or are extreme blizzards a thing? Or is it, you know, these are questions that you can actually, like, you can research yourself on, like, extremely specific areas if you really want.
Yeah.
And, you know, find out.
I think to add to that, you should also research the crime rate, right? The dropout rate, the drug use percentage that's calculated. You got to dive in deep, man. You do not want to go into something blind. You don't want to go in blind. You have to have an idea. You don't want to move to a place and then be surprised that you're surrounded by crackheads, and now you understand why you got it at such a good price.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. To add to that, I would say, as we all know, location. It's all about location. If you're moving to a new area, drive by there at night on a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah.
See what's going on. Then you can see the Walking Dead walking around, and, you know, you'll know whether or not that's where you actually want to move to. But, you know your area, know the people in your area, the schools, you know, know routes in and out of where you're going to move to. That's the big thing. Talk to some people that already live there.
Yeah.
That's your ask them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Also,
I didn't ask anybody when I moved here because it was secluded, and I said that's what I want. So I care less if people come to me or not. I don't care.
It's the best when you don't have to ask anybody, right?
well, there's nobody around you to ask. So
you move to a new place, you end up figuring out, like, it sorts itself out who you end up, like, waving to and who you, like, you know, fuck with, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, also paying attention makes a difference. You know, if you go to a new area, you know, when we our last reload, the company stuck us in an apartment. They're like, well, till all your shit gets here, be here. And that gave us like a month and a half where we were just every night, every weekend, we were just, you know, zipping around the town and the city trying to figure out, okay, how is it, you know, you guys talked about driving around at night, driving around during the rain. Let's see, does it really flood? Because the flood maps are for, like, you know, the rivers, not necessarily, oh, this street sucks. So, but no, those are super good points.
And I did notice real quick. I did also notice when I moved in, all of my neighbors, you know, you drive down the road, everybody waves. I was like, what? Yeah. Maybe my windows are too tinted and they don't see who's in this truck. But, you know, everybody waves. So, yeah.
I think another thing that folks can look out for beyond the threats is your resources. What resources are in your new town? You know, how far away is the hospital? Things like that. Yep. Research, recon, research.
Yep.
Now, to be that guy, I'm going to say everybody's got flooding on their mind because, you know, it's not just that. That's the big thing, and of course, it's got everybody in a big deal. And if you are, like, you live in a little quiet little valley town in the hills, or in some cases not even, but again, like, this information is known to people. You can look up, like, your probability of being in an area where this may or may not occur on a likely basis. Flooding is not a thing where I live particularly have to worry about. I hope if I were to experience severe flooding here, it would mean that, like, it was the big one, man. But in other places, it doesn't quite work like that. Again, just like prepping, because this kind of it is so personal. Like, it's got to be about you. And also, I want to piggyback again is to clarify what the word threat even means in the question to you. More or less, like, what are the obstacles that need to be overcome in your equation, rather than of course, yeah, like if you're going to move to a new area, like you want to worry about like the crime rate, you want to know the demographics, you want to know like, well, for lack of a better, you know, are you going to fit in? Do I look like them? Okay. A lot of that. I know Trent's fucking bald, for Christ's sake. All right, that's why he wears the hat, so he looks
We have
like
to,
that.
so we're not like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's going to be so personal for you, like is all. So again, I love that the weaselly way out of any question is basically, well, it's really very personal, man. Actually.
Well, no, but it's a good point too, because you know, like out here, we don't get hurricanes here. Houston flooding in a hurricane was very real. New Orleans is very real. Here we get flooded and then the water goes away, but we get fires and we are surrounded by refineries one way and solar fields the other, and I don't want either of them catching fire because what goes in the air would suck. But you know, understanding that prevailing winds, stuff like that, I mean, that all of that. So if you had someone new join your community or join your mag, how would you, and this again, this is going to be individual for you guys, how would you acquaint that person if they say, hey, I'm a prepper, I have no idea what the hell happens here?
Oh, well, okay, I got to immediately call your credentials into question. Like, what the fuck you mean?
There you go. Exactly. Exactly.
You're a prepper.
Define
You showed up with your
preparedness.
Kathy Hochul gave you that bug out bag, did she? Okay.
The Denver bug out bag.
Why didn't you just say I don't know shit and I need your help? That would have been a better way to start the
Keep it real, homie.
fucking
Keep it
interaction.
real.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right, it's training a newbie. You got the Livingston, man, so you know this is gonna be fucking good. Listen, they say we're not supposed to do this, but this is how I do it. There's gonna be a lot of that. You're gonna have to
Don't
get
tell mom.
real
Don't tell
cool
mom.
with some shit real quick. We're not coming back here, son. Jam 7 screws in that door jam and let's get moving. We got lawns to mow.
And the
Not a
trucks
joke.
come at 10 and 2.
Not a joke. I did that today.
Kathy Hochul bug out bag.
Yeah.
They're real, man. They're real. New York State puts on preparedness seminars.
Really?
And at the end of the seminar, they will give you a starter bug out bag with a few items in it to get you going. Usually a pair of work gloves.
Where's it made?
Chem lights. Everything's made in China, 100%. Typically a radio as well. But it's a starter. They get people thinking about preparedness. Typically the normies. So it's I think it's beneficial in a way that it plants some seeds of preparedness in folks' minds. Yeah. But the stuff that they give you is
very generic.
Hey,
like
it's a backpack. It's cheap. Is it going to hold some stuff? Sure.
Like the damn.
Is it bright red?
Screaming
rob me because it says "Prepared New York" on the back of it. Probably.
You should put all your important documents and cash in this bright red bag and walk through the sea of refugees. Nothing bad will happen, I promise you. It's fine.
Everything is awesome.
No, you need to wear a mask and walk around with a radiation meter, but hold the little radioactive test jig in the other hand inside aluminum foil, and every now and then just open it. And they'll all run away, and then you close, and then you have a loot drop, you know.
I don't plan to rob or steal from anybody, but I do intend to manipulate the shit out of them.
Hey, you got the same one. I love that thing.
I'm a gaslight.
Please tell me that was not the 10 times marked up product. That was the normal people product. Okay,
those are the ones that go for like $40 that the other guy sells for $400.
So I
paid $20 for this.
I went to the shop and I was like, ooh, can I have this survey meter? Actually, a Landauer, like what they use at JPL. And they're like, yeah, no, that's like a $2,000 device. But when it gets outdated, I would like to take one, please. So
we call it a device.
Hell yeah.
So
I'm gonna start referring to my tools as devices. Watch me get mad respect on a job site. Like,
and components. Components is a good word.
Instead of fasteners, I love it. All right, yeah.
I would like
doing
the
it.
components. Give me my device, you know, and
Adjusting my vocabulary as we speak.
wait for the confusion to occur.
Breaking
Okay.
a newbie locally.
I already think no one understands me. I'm just here for myself. I crack myself up, so that's fine. When I say shit like, does that make sense to you? It's not because I think you're stupid. It's because I think I'm incoherent.
I mean, I think we're all insane is the problem. That's why we do this. See, they all thought we were crazy in 2020, and then like
No,
here we are 5 years later, and it's like
Democratically, I will definitely be elected incoherent
By the
by the people and for them.
I'll vote for you.
oh,
I don't know, because if somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, I'm a prepper. What am I supposed to do? I just moved here."
What?
My first action would be, "You talking to me?"
How much money you got in your
Who's
pocket?
that?
I'd be like, "Dude, I got my own problems. Look at me. I can't help you."
I feel like that's like a Fallout speech check. I'm just like, how much money you got?
Mhm. Exactly.
What are you gonna say?
that's a
None?
good
No,
point.
you're lying.
That's
me
a
your
very
money
good
now.
point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
it was a question. Now it's a robbery. So you lied. So you
see,
lied.
look, we've gone down a whole new concept here, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen.
I would just back away and be like, "What are you talking about? You're new to the neighborhood. Welcome to the neighborhood. The police department is that way. The fire department's that way. The gas station's that way. There's a drive-through that way. All the schools are that way, and
should go
I
that
live that way. Mhm. So
You should go
go that way."
I'm telling you.
off. It's the direction in which I need you to fuck
Be gone.
right now.
Or I just go like this and, watch them drop dead and take everything they have in their truck.
But no,
Just-
but if you contaminate them, you don't want to go in the truck now.
Well, that's
Oh,
true.
we have new quality control that sure the meat is not contaminated.
I'm telling you though, Trent,
vacuum sealing has come a long way, Pete. I'm getting
Vacuum
racks of ribs.
you got those big.
I mean, bro, like crock pot material at this point now. Like we have expanded
You're
the
like
operation
Apocalypse Costco.
unbelievably. Yeah, no, we're like Hormel. We just don't talk about it.
Yeah, the trucks come at 10 and 2.
Yeah,
And
Be
I'm
here
never
to
gonna
unload one.
buy a Hormel product again, man. That's just
our
Is it a
tentacles
bad
are,
thing when the numbers on this meter go up?
Well, it depends upon how high they go up. That's
me and Donald were smoking the same shit, just to
there
clarify.
you go. All right.
well, breaking in a newbie for me. I
Yeah.
need some questions answered by said noob. I need to know your definition of preparedness. What are you preparing for? Right, to be prepared and well-rounded and able to face any emergency. I understand general preparedness, and I got to say, general preparedness comes with a heaping dose of common sense. And unfortunately, nowadays, common sense is damn near a superpower.
Oh God,
So,
yeah.
I really don't have a lot of faith in people to pull off the common sense anymore.
Yep.
So general preparedness, I mean, can you change a tire? Can you fix a light socket? Can you troubleshoot plumbing? In my mind, that's general preparedness, right? It's like just basic home maintenance,
Right, but-
being able to stop a leak or fix an outlet. A lot of people can't do that. They
Who
can't
on this
grasp it.
panel can do that?
Stop a leak. Like, yeah.
Yeah, stop a leak, fix an outlet. I mean,
Okay.
the basic home preparedness. If you're prepared enough to be able to fix those things, bigger things don't seem so big. Right?
And in the worst version is that if left alive, you can contribute to the rebuilding of
The
fucking society.
community. Yeah.
yeah,
It would behoove you to learn how to plunge a toilet
For real.
and stuff. I'm just
For real.
saying, Okay, like start simple, but like listen, nobody's coming to save you when that motherfucker's toilet. The waters are fucking rising, bro. Oh, no. Flash flooding is occurring in the upstairs bathroom. What you gonna do? Ain't nobody coming to save you. Now the time is now.
Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Hit the bell.
You need the fart button. You need
Oh God.
That was easy.
Just jerk the toilet off. That's all you do. That's all it is.
oh
Get
man,
ready to, and you might even get some on you, but listen.
there you go.
it's
But
so
Views and opinions are those not of us.
the-
That's why he puts that there.
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go. There you go. Okay, so
I'll
here's
shut up.
another one for you, and this is going to segue from the previous one. Here you go. Is the next generation, let's call it under 24, although my son's 24 and I think he'll survive the apocalypse just fine, less likely to survive a major issue than we were? And throw as to why. And I bring this up because I went to the store today and there were kids my size, 15, 16, with the headsets and their phone. How they did not walk into the displays at Costco and kill themselves is beyond me.
Mhm.
But they were completely oblivious to the cleaning guy on the little Zamboni in the aisle who almost hit several of them.
Mhm.
So, yay or nay, and why? What are your thoughts?
Yes. Yes. And because they are so connected, because they are so lost in the internet of things, that reality is something that comes when they put the phone down, and they don't know how to navigate actual reality. They don't know how to troubleshoot real world problems, and a major catastrophe, forget it. They're just going to freak out. If they even freak out, they'll just shut down, fight, flight, or freeze. They're going to freeze.
Freeze.
So you don't think they'd even have enough, a lot of them wouldn't have enough sense to bolt, like, I'm going to run away instinctively.
So I think there's a small percentage that grew up with fathers in the household like me, that took them outdoors, that took them hunting, that took them fishing, that taught them things. But the sad fact is my son was one of 3 people in his graduating class who have a mother and father still in the household. So the family unit has been so destroyed that folks don't even get exposed to this stuff at any age, So I think they're going to have a real hard time. And I think we, as the older generation, need to throw these kids a fucking bone and give them the benefit of they're just ignorant to everything, and they need to be educated in the right way, so that when we're old, they're not just wheeling us into the volcano trying to stop it from blowing up.
Joe in the volcano.
Not serious, man. It's
Right.
That's how I'm going out, dude. Okay, that's in the will already. But okay,
They're gonna have to fly you to Timbuktu to in a volcano, unless Yellowstone blows up, in which case we're all in trouble anyway.
Well, it's looking like Mount Rainier is next, so you only got to go across the
whichever
nation.
one's got the cheapest flight. Okay,
Take
Yeah,
Southwest.
I'm with you, Mike. I look at these under 25ers.
Mhm.
They're not gonna make it. They're not. I know my son will, because I have taught him and told him and continue to tell him. I'm concerned about some of my girls because they are who they are, but the mass majority, I'm with Mike. They're going to freeze. When they'll take their headphones off when the phone dies in their hand and they're trying to figure out well, I got battery and I thought, and
They're doing this, holding their phone
yeah,
up.
they're doing this and, you know, going like this and lifting their leg and trying to figure out where the signal is. And, you know, you've got incoming nuke. But then again, I hope I'm 1,000% wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think I am. So for those of us parents out there, teach your children what you know and how to help and what their role is. Give them specific duties. That's why all of us talk about have a plan and responsibility. So I don't have to do that and just end up, you know, our trucks are delivered at 10 and at 2. Pick one,
Right.
get in it. And the Livingston man will smile as the fire becomes bigger and he does what he does. But for the most part,
become this Jabba the Hutt type figure, like just don't send the Livingston man to people, Joe.
Man, the image that I now have, I wish I
Exactly.
could draw.
okay,
That's
I
awesome.
need somebody in the chat that's good at Photoshop and create a meme of Jabba the Hutt with the Livingston man's face on it. Okay,
Yeah, it's a big sword.
Livingston the Hut.
Livingston the Hutt. But yeah, the younger generation, they have no clue.
If you put that shit on a t-shirt, I'll send you $50.
Dude, bet.
Oh, hold still. Let me do a screen grab here. And, I'll be working on that tonight.
So I got to be honest with folks. I use Teespring for the Hudson Valley prepping and survival shirts and merch. My honest opinion to people is don't buy it now. Don't buy it. I just got an email from them today that said that one of my orders shipped from 7.5 months ago. So I will very soon be removing everything from Teespring. And if you are a creator with merch on Teespring, I highly suggest that you look to other outlets to put your merch. I don't know what's happened with them, but for the last 1.5 years, I've been getting the same excuse that we got backlogged back in the spring.
They build you outright though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But then
you pay as soon
7
as you
months
order,
later?
and 7 months later, I still haven't received my merchandise. And
Shit.
you know, the only option they want to give me is, would you like to cancel your order? No, just want you guys to
Spread Shop.
And
they've been good.
honestly, I found a local hat and
That's the way to
t-shirt
go.
guy out here. I might just take whatever third-party gibberish I have and just.
Yeah. I just don't want folks to get caught in that trap. Juby Joe, it's a service where you go and you add your logo to garments and different things, and they print on demand for people who wish to have your merchandise. So it was a lot easier than me getting it and then shipping it to them. So
Yes.
I figured direct to consumer was the best way to go.
Before I answer Pete's question, I'm actually glad he showed that Tammy Harder's comment. All right. So I spent 8 years. I lived with Mrs. Livingston's youngest brother. He's not actually under 24, but close enough to this generation, right? You might be surprised at their adaptability because it's that they perceive the world differently than we do. Like we are okay, you're under 24, so we're talking. So what? We're 20 to 21 years old, right?
Yeah.
Think of yourself when you was that. Would you listen to us? Would you even watch this podcast? Would you give a proverbial fuck? No, I mean I didn't, at least personally, because it's very personal.
Nope.
But they still survive. Like I've seen them. I'm like, I often asked myself, I'm like, I don't know how this fucking kid stays alive. But they microwave the Hot Pockets, and oh my god, when he microwaved the chicken patties, I was like, got mad. I was like, don't fucking do that in my presence. I was like, bro, I was like, I showed him how to use the air fryer, and then, but then he didn't. But then I put a note on. I was like, you have to clean the air fryer after you use it. So then he never used the air fryer again. All right, they're efficient. Okay. Oh, if there is waste, if there is effort, like it is eliminated. This generation is sort of like a human version of AI. Like they are like, what is the simplest, straightest route to the solution of this problem, and that's what we'll do, as misguided or illogical as it may be. I've seen them do some interesting things where you're like, I certainly never thought of it that way. Derogative, you know. But so to answer the question, as I often do, beat around the bush, is the next generation less likely to survive a major issue? I think that the vast majority of them are less likely to survive a major issue. But I think the ones that do survive a major issue will be the meek that inherit the earth.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to extremes? Because I'm, when my son was coming up through high school, and my son, I use that number because my son just turned 24, and he went to some class stage design because his buddy needed an elective, and so all the idiots went to this class together. And the teacher explained how to do, a backdrop for a play, and then said, okay, somebody get the cordless drills, and we're going to put Phillips head screwdrivers, these sheetrock, and put it, or not sheetrock, plywood, put it up on the frame. And 2 of the 6 kids, one of being my son, actually knew how to get the battery, put it in the machine, put the Phillips head adapter on, and the others just stood there. And the teacher said, there are more drills, like you guys can get some too. They didn't know. And fast forward now, he's a staff sergeant in the Army, and him and his wife very squared away. And I'm like, the zombies come, they got a damn good chance of getting away. But then I'll look at some other kids, and I say kids, young adults, and I'm like, oh, dude, how did you find both shoes this morning, man? Do you think they're at extremes at this point, that you're seeing like this?
People that are 35 years old, kids, if you're like, you're younger than me, I'm like, son.
But are you seeing that, like a bifurcation or that separation of this generation almost? Like,
I totally think it's
everybody
parenting. I think it really comes back to
everybody either looks, all the dudes look like Mike, and all the kids got like that, like straight bussin', blown out fucking afro ass haircut, wear pants all day. And I just allow me to become my father, and in doing so, allow me to become all of our fathers. These fucking kids today need to pull their pants up, stop wearing their sister's clothes, get a haircut. This music sucks. Fucking cars are stupid. Like everything's all gone to. Yeah, do you notice a pattern here? Your dad was right. Fucking kids these days. It was you, now it's them. You have become what you have become. We have become our fathers.
Yeah. Well, I can say my son, he
our mothers. I don't know. Just saying.
He'll be 21.
These days, gotta be stopped. This under 24 generation. You know why they're less likely to survive a major issue? Because I'm gonna be the fucking issue. And they're gonna be less likely to survive it. It's called veal. We call
2080 blend.
That Wagyu thing where they massage. I'm gonna massage it.
Yeah. So my son, I'm watching him because he knows dad sees everything, pays attention. He'll come over, he'll walk in the house. He's smelling good. He wears cologne. His clothes match. He's never sagged or anything because he's like, that's stupid. Because he's very particular about how he dresses and what he wears and how he does. He was doing some HVAC work, and I told him, I said, okay, don't forget to go buy some steel-toed boots, so you're
Mhm.
good. So he comes over with these boots, and I ain't mad at him. Walked in the house with some of the nicest Timberlands on that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, I thought you were going to get some work boots that were steel-toed. He said, I did, Dad. I got some nice beige Tims, you know, and I'm looking at him like, you look pretty cool there, dude. I ain't mad at you. Had on his Dockers and a matching t-shirt, you know. And I
So he
was
looked
like,
squared
oh,
away. He was squared away.
yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna get steel toes, Dad, but I'm gonna get some bougie ones.
And
I'm
that's
I'm
exactly
gonna
what he did.
impress.
And I ain't mad at him because he didn't ask me for a dime. He bought it with his own money. I'm like, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you wind up in an emergency and you have some younger adults or teenagers who genuinely are lost,
Mhm.
or maybe you want to guide them like, well, you got your first apartment, or you're 20, you got your first job. Have you thought about a blackout? How would you approach, a young adult who's just kind of trying to figure out how to pay their bills and got their first job and they're all freaking out? How would you try and kind of direct them to start
So
thinking about the stuff we talk about?
a thing I love to do is, because I don't have children myself, is what you do is you tell them the truth, but it's a curated truth.
Okay.
Mhm.
What I would do is I would be like, oh, hey man, bro, they're talking about thunderstorms are going to happen. You're going to need to shut down your computer and stuff. Like, we're going to want to take like a load off the grid of the house because the power's the one time I was like, because the power's going to go. And as soon as I was going to say out, it went out. But he learned the lesson. And what I presented it was that it's going to mess your stuff up. It's bad for you.
Yeah.
Manipulate the data a little bit. And this is easy
Well,
to do
it's
with.
not manipulation. You're just the perspective.
Oh, it is. I listen, when you're dealing with children, I know better than you what I said. Why? Because I said so. I can point to 3 more sources if you need me to. Because I said so. I know it, you know it, and everyone else knows it. When in doubt, go ask your mother.
Mhm.
But children are so easy to deal with, and I find that the reason that we find ourselves in the situation where we're having this conversation in general about people who are 21 years old is a lack of hands-on parenting, like I feel like everybody on this panel kind of had. Like
That's a
I
fair point. Yeah.
went and used firearms with my father. I had to go and hold
the flashlight.
I had to hold the flashlight. If you ain't ever had to hold the flashlight,
Been there, done that.
you gonna get the hell out the chat. You're too young for me, son.
That's right.
You held the flashlight? Please regale me with the tales of your terrible childhood. At any rate, it's a lack of hands-on parenting. It's a lack of, in fact, parenting by proxy through the device. Whether it's the video game, the video game console, the television, even parking the kids in front of the television. You've seen the movie The Cable Guy.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood,
Mhm.
but a plausible outcome.
Mhm.
Children are entirely perceptible. They are entirely malleable. They can be shaped into anything.
I would add young adults to the children category. So
Yes.
The line between the two has moved, I think.
possibly.
Do you
Used to be adulthood was considered 18, and now it's kind of considered more. I feel like 27. Like you ain't 27, you ain't seen shit, kid.
So you think that age of maturity has moved further out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
and maybe it's a little bit of is it strong men creating weak times or something? Isn't there
Good times.
how that cycle goes?
Good
Yeah.
times.
They made the good times, and then some of us cuspers. I think I'm the youngest person on this panel. I'm one of those these actual millennials, but I'm 42. But I feel like I'm so much older than that. Sometimes when I see these kids, I'm like, I feel like I was bigger, I was smarter, I was not so codependent and helpless as like 18-year-olds I see today. 18-year-olds I see today feel like they're 13-year-olds in the world I was raised in.
Yeah.
Let alone like adults. These kids are getting turned loose into the so-called real world out here, and they were lied to. They were told like, oh, you know, yeah, welcome to this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Can't wait to move out on my own. Yeah.
All of my children, I've said this to all of them, boys and girls. Rule number one, the world does not like you and they don't care about you. So get rid of that entitlement mentality because they don't care. They'd rather step on you and step over you and go about their day. My job is to provide, protect, and prepare you for the cruel outdoors. So you can think I'm crazy. You can think I know nothing. But the one thing you'll never be able to say is, my dad never told me.
You know, Trent, is funny because, you know, my daughter's the oldest of the three. And, you know, this is now a young woman in her, you know, heading toward 30 in her life. And she turns around one day, I don't know what we were talking about. She goes, hey, remember when you told me, I don't know, X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, oh, yeah, back in high school. She said, I should have freaking listened. That cost me so much money when I was 22. And she said, and then her fiance is a doctor, he's a very technical guy. He said, you know, if you had that money, instead of doing that stupidity, if you put it here, you would have this much now. She said he actually put numbers to it.
Nice.
She said, I was depressed for the whole afternoon. I said, good, but now you've learned. So, you know, better late than never, but
that's right.
Shoot. Okay, so last question, because we're getting a little tight on time. And this one's a community question. How can everyone better participate in their community, whether it's a mag, your town, your state, whatever, or create a community? I know you guys do a lot of activities, so what are your thoughts?
That's a really good one. That's a really good one. Better participate in your community, man. Just be involved. Be involved. If there's a public event, stop being such a freaking hermit. Stop being the prepper in the closet and go out there and shake some hands. See some people. If you get invited to a party in the neighborhood, you better show up. Show up, shake hands, kiss babies, let everybody know who you are and that you're there. And that you're into preparedness. You know, some people are going to look at you like the crazy prepper, and they're going to be like, "Oh, there he is, the prepper. You got any beans?" Yeah, they're going to ask stupid questions. They're going to poke fun, and it's fine. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. If you have a fringe type, you know, thing that you're into, everybody's going to rag on you for it. But stay the course, man. Plant the seeds of preparedness. I think that's the best way to do it. If you're thinking about creating a community of your own, that's going to start even more locally. You want to talk to your neighbors. Those are the people who are going to be right next to you when the Shtf, right? Those are the people that you may or may not be able to count on, and you need to know if you can count on them. So the neighbors first, and then move outward from there, right? It's important to have good neighbors, but stop being so antisocial. You have to be a little bit more social. You gotta go talk to people. You have to. If you're planning on working together, you have to go talk to people.
That's great points.
But I don't like people.
I know. Most people suck, and it's tough. It's tough getting out there and having to weed out 50% of the people that you meet, maybe more so, maybe more like 70, 75%. Because they're either...
It's really not that hard. Are they rosy in the cheeks and got a little bit of fat on their thighs?
Come on over here and look at my truck. I need you to look in the back. Yeah.
Lean in, just would you just look at it?
So Livingston Man and I recently attended a severe weather seminar together.
Yep.
That was put on locally here. And one of the statistics that he threw out at us is that 60% of the population is not even considered thinking about preparing for a disaster.
And they don't plan to in the future.
Correct. So 60% of the people will not prep, have no plans to prep, and will never prep. Okay.
To put this right, okay, so you got 10 people around the table, 6 of them ain't even doing that.
They're not even thinking about it. Is what
In the context of this
done
room,
something.
in the context of the room we happen to be in, there was 10 people.
Yeah.
6 of them are not considering prepping at all, and that left myself, Mike, the instructor, and I don't know, one other person.
Yeah, one other person, and those other people have considered preparing but haven't done anything about it. So you're really, as far as prepared individuals are concerned, you're looking at 10%, right? Maybe if you're lucky, prepared individuals 10%, maybe 20%.
Well, yeah, because only 40% of them have in this question
thinking about it.
Even thinking about it, and the numbers dwindled horribly in terms of being actually prepared. That turned into what, 10?
It's almost like the statistical pyramid, but upside down. It's
you
had a bunch at the top, and very few made it to the bottom too.
Correct.
People don't want to think that that's the reality, man. This is America, and people don't want to. So they, through their complacency, just decide to
not do anything at all.
Can't happen here. Won't happen here. Yeah. These and that mindset is the critical mistake people make.
Yep. Here's a great icebreaker, because we all hear people in our chat and everything talk about, I can't find anybody. That's the number one question. And well, I'll let Livingston Man do the negative part of it. Here's when you meet somebody, the very first question you should ask them, what do you think about this weather we've been having? That right there is going to open the door. Whether you walk through it or not is up to you. What do you think of this weather? Do you hear what's going on in Texas? How about the subways in New York? They're flooding. The heat index is crazy.
I didn't even know the subways. That just floors me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was coming down.
That happens.
The stairs like a waterfall.
It's treated as relatively normal. We don't really get too worked up about it. Maybe the city folks that are actually in them trains do, but yeah, they'd be floods. Yeah, we get.
I don't think when I lived there, it happened once that I knew of. Like, I can't even.
I think it was last summer.
What I want you to imagine is not the water, but what the water is carrying with it. This is New York.
Yeah. Last summer, I got a text message from Jason, the Angry Prepper, and it was the fire truck driving through about 3.5 feet of water in Brooklyn. So it's happening. It's happening more and more. Extreme weather events. Great icebreaker, Trent. 100%. 100%. Folks, I say you got one of two opinions right now. Either this is climate change or weather warfare. I don't think there's anything in between, because this is not normal. That's not natural. 1,000-year floods don't happen every 20 years.
Yep.
Something's up, and we're not being told about it. And in my opinion, your best insurance policy is upping your insurance policy on your home and your cars and everything else, right? Make sure that that's all good and squared away. Make sure you have flood insurance specifically.
Yes. And that is not included in typical home insurance.
Correct.
And the way it works is, if you are prone to floods in your area, then they're going to be like, well, then no, we're not going to.
If you live in a floodplain, it's a different thing. But again, I think it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, because when all of your stuff in your home washes down the river that wasn't there yesterday, you're left holding the bag.
I agree 100%. So
sure.
build your community, find your people, folks.
I love
And
the concept of what he's basically talking about is, you know, it's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Like you're asking a question that's pretty innocuous. It's a typical, you know, oh my God, you know, maybe it'll stop raining one day, or oh, how about this weather, you know? But you can just first impressions being what they are, you can gauge a lot from somebody by asking them a simply innocuous question, such as something about the weather. Don't count your fellow man out, fellow person, I should say.
Yeah.
You know, just go out there. You know, we all living. You see, you look around you right now. It's just shit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all doing it. We're all here, man. Right here with you. Act like you're fucking special. All right, it's all cool, bro. We're all here, fucking eating the shit together. Maybe one day, all of us together will not have to eat the shit.
Prime example. So I had a tree an ash tree that, you know, here in Ohio, all the ash trees in the state are dead, whether they're standing or down. So I had one that literally broke about 15 to 20 feet up, and it's still together, but it's offset. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, nah, I'm not pulling it down. I'm going to just let it fall, because it wasn't going to do no damage to my house or my neighbors if it fell. So my neighbor to the west of me texted me about 2 weeks ago. He said, "Did you have a tree fall? I just heard a loud crash, and are you okay?" I said, "I didn't hear it." And I went out and looked. I said, "Yeah, there's a tree that fell that I've been looking at, been watching. It finally just fell." He said, "Okay." He said, "Let me know if you need some help cutting it up." End of story.
Awesome.
See, those are neighbors, you know, you can count on, because we all look out for each other on our road, period.
And you can do that anywhere, in an apartment, in a subdivision, you know. You get to know who your neighbors are. And we do that all the time, but it's usually more for mundane things like, hey, you have packages in front. Do you want me to go put them in my garage to make sure somebody doesn't steal them, you know, porch pirate and whatnot. But even little things like that builds community.
Exactly.
I got great neighbors, man. I absolutely love my neighbors. The subdivision or development that I live in is 125 is the gatekeeper. So good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. He is also neighborhood patrol. So he's always out, always making the rounds, always checking on things, always helping people out.
He's like a human ring camera.
He's incredible, man. He's incredible. At wintertime, he comes through with a side-by-side with a plow on it. The old lady across the road, he's like, "Hey, man, let me get your driveway." I'm like, whoa. She's got to get to work, and she just had surgery. Can you go take care of her driveway? You know, and he's over there with the machine moving the snow, and I'm out there with the shovel getting rid of the rest of it. You got to help each other out, man. You got to look out for each other. It's so big, man. Your neighbors are so vital, and people overlook them so much. If you have terrible neighbors, I feel for you, and move.
Yeah.
No,
we have neighbors. We look out for her. Her daughter lives at the end of the road, but she lives next to me. She's a widow, and we look out for her. And you know, her son-in-law comes down. We know each other. We talk. You know, we help out. You know, that if something goes down and we need to like close our road, he drops a tree. A neighbor 3 houses down drops a tree. I drop a tree, and more neighbors drop a tree. You ain't getting down the road, period, to do nothing. You ain't bringing nothing here.
It's wild that thunderstorm blew all them trees down the way.
Exactly. You know, I got the semi across the street that's hidden behind the silos. So, you know, we deliver at 10 and 2. 10 and 2.
I see nothing.
That's awesome.
Also, I'm deaf, blind, and I don't even know how to talk.
Well, gentlemen, we are
Best
at the hour
part
mark.
possible. Hit me up in the PMs, bro.
So, guys, any last words of wisdom? Anything you want to share? Anything you want to tell all our audience? We got quite a few in the chat right now.
Let's see.
Stop being afraid.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And what I mean is to approach like this, the reality we're all confronted with today, with clear head and common sense. It's hard to keep it. You're constantly bombarded with things that are meant to throw you off from exactly what I'm asking you to do right now. It's the idea. It's on purpose. All this nonsensical stuff that really doesn't matter to you, that's a distraction, is meant to be just that. Stay your course. Keep doing what you've been doing. Hug your kids, pet your cat, kiss your wife. Stock up, prep up, however it is that you got to do it, whatever your situation dictates. And just keep doing what you've been doing, because you watching this and you hearing me say this right now, then you've been doing it the whole time. It's that easy. Just don't fall prey to their tricks, because they'll try to play you, try to make you believe things.
You're
that aren't
among
true.
the 1 or 2 out of 10 that you guys talked about earlier. If you're here thinking about what we're doing and trying to do it, for sure.
It's not about all this other static in our fucking lives. It's about just what you got to do for you, yours, today, now.
Yep.
That's all.
No extreme words of wisdom from me tonight. I'm gonna say live, laugh, Limp Biscuit.
That was easy.
What about Firm Biscuit, though?
Never heard of it.
It was brought up.
Never heard.
And also Dog Nip. Can we get that?
Whatever that.
Hello?
Whatever that
Dog
is. Live, laugh, Limp Biscuit. Or
What about Firm Biscuit? Can you imagine the Firm
Biscuit? Or
Firm
whatever.
Biscuit? It's like you could knock on it.
It's like hardtack.
It's like the ones from Popeyes. Same thing.
Trent?
We've waited too long for Dog Nip, is all I'm saying.
Dog Nip.
Yeah, that's true. Folks, first of all, understand your discernment. Livingston Man was right. Everything that they're bombarding us for is the left hand. What we need to be paying attention to is what the right hand is doing that we do not hear. Y'all hear me always say, listen for what you do not hear. And don't be scared. Keep prepping. Keep doing your thing. Live your life. Live your life. Keep on prepping. And we all going to get through this just fine.
Yeah.
Meet one new person every week. Make that a goal.
Or go to some event every week
go
if you
to
can
somewhere
find one.
you've never been. Just stay away from the semi, because we deliver at 10 and 2.
It's equal opportunity too. We don't discriminate. You get caught lacking, you on the truck. That's it.
That's true.
Then
Right.
you go to Shabalba.
Exactly.
Well, gentlemen, I guess that
just
wraps
the
it up.
Shine and
Well,
Shambhala means my refrigerator. That's what that means.
there you go. All right. Well, gentlemen, we're going to sign out, and we're going to use that amazing video Livingston Man so generously loaned to me, since mine got eaten in the abyss here.
You can control it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's
I
all,
sure
it's
can.
all
There you go.
Apocalypse now, 4 horsemen riding dirty. Death on the left, keep the glass sturdy. Famine in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no doc can compete. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. 4 horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. 4 horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fright. That's smirking, souls counting in the tally. Coffins on standby, final ride in the alley. War ain't a game, got the war drum stumping. Battalion on the move, always be something. Famine hit the block, food vanish in the mist. Empty pots, empty bellies, can't even twist. Pestilence lingering, bodies hit the floor. Disease knocking at the door, can't ignore. 4 horsemen riding on the edge of night.